So this is a shout out to Primal Sutra, Samid Chatterjee and Ryan G. Okay, from Primal Sutra. I said I would do this, and I am doing this. Here is two gentlemen that have committed themselves to learning about a certain realm that you can benefit from. Yes, you need to make an investment into their understanding, their skills and knowledge, but it's worth it. I have changed. I have contributed to leading myself towards the change because of the information that they've given me. Right? Life lighting, Primal Sutra.
I want to talk about jealousy, envy, sometimes called the green-eyed monster. And a lot of this information or transmission that I'm getting is from one of my guides, King Nixa, who is the king of elemental water, like literal water, right? First of all, if you think that's weird, if that doesn't resonate with you, you can find another channel, okay? But if you're interested in what I have to say about this, please stick around and make sure that you apply these teachings the next time that you feel jealous. Jealousy is an attachment to something, to some person, okay? To some scenario, some expectation that you have. Because what is jealousy really telling you? Jealousy is just a possibility that something could happen. You see someone with a better dress sense than you, as an example, right? That means within you, there is also the possibility of you to improve your dress sense and you focusing more on your style. It is a portal. Jealousy is a portal that you must walk through as a reminder that I have that greatness, I have that capability within me too. Let's say this person is attracting beautiful people in their lives and you're not. That's just like a trailer edition. It's just a demo version of what you are also capable of. You get what I'm saying? So first of all, make that mindset switch immediately. As you're watching this video, you got to stay in the positive vibe in that pocket, okay? Just take on this new frame of mind with me, okay? One thing that you got to establish within yourself and in your relationships is real trust. You got to have real trust in yourself and your faculties and what you're good at. You got to have real trust in your hombres, okay? In your people, in your tribe. Now understand, when it comes down to a romantic partnership, things get a little bit complicated because there is this hidden war of genetics that is happening, this evolutionary psychology happening in the background that we are unaware of, right? When we're jealous of somebody, we act out in damaging ways to ourselves. So we basically create a self-sabotage. But if you can control your emotions in that moment, not control it as in trying to suppress it or trying to change it, but control it from the sense of, let me first of all zoom out and look at it. Let me analyze it. Let me sit with it. Let me feel what I need to feel about this and express it out to a friend or write it down or, some way of that outlet getting out there, right? Maybe the jealousy transforms into anger, and that rage can be transmuted through a punching bag or punching the soil or something like this, right? So first of all, get rid of the toxic energy that is emitting inside of you where you're going, man, I'm so jealous of this thing, of this situation, of this person. I'll give you a personal example. I once noticed my partner at the time breaking a very important boundary of mine. Now, maybe I hadn't stated this clearly enough, and I could have hardwired it in more. But then again, I realized the conversation that we had afterwards, where I stated my boundary, and I said, look, listen, what you just did there tonight, I didn't like that. It didn't feel good to me. Now listen, I'm not mad, but I'm also concerned, and I want to talk to you about having a different standard of loyalty with me. Now, this is a very severe sentence. It's like, it's a solid framework of how you can do this, right? And you want to think of not confronting the person with your rage, with your anger, with your toxicity, trying to police them, but rather you're coming in to swoop in. Not as a savior or a hero, but you're just there to swoop in and be a trusted advisor in that moment. Okay? Same with sales. You got to be a trusted advisor, bro. If you try to push that salesiness onto somebody, you're not going to convince them. Okay? It's just your conscious mind is going to block it off because you blocked it off so many times in terms of different ads or tabs that you closed. You get what I'm saying? So you need to create a pact, not with the entity that you're working with, but with your partner. You need a pact with your partner. You need to be like, yo, this is how I want to do this. Whether you're in an open relationship, whether you have multiple relationships, whether you're purely monogamous, whether you have a dynamic where the person is slightly older than you, whatever it is, right? You got to understand your own patterns and your own relationship framework before you can even tackle what's going on in them or in this other person or what the external world is giving you based on this. I would say get your body moving. You know why? And this is a weird reason why, but in the Baha'i faith, they say that jealousy eats the body. What is that monster, green-eyed monster of envy, right? It eats the body. It eats away at your strength. So it actually weakens you. Jealousy weakens you as a person. And then that also might have a deterrent effect where you start to hate yourself for feeling like this. But you got to give yourself that safety net. You know what I'm saying? Where you go, yo, it's okay that I'm feeling like this. Maybe, and this is one perspective too. You guys got to listen to this. What if your spidey senses were so in tune that you could actually feel that person was cheating on you? What if that moment of jealousy is a warning sign that they're actually doing that thing? Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, obviously, because we have to have discernment and really be in tune, really be intuitive if we're going to make this call, right? But 9 times out of 10, you get to a point where you're going to call them out on something, and you guys can comment if it's otherwise or not. But so a lot of people that I've noticed is they're right. They're onto something. They picked up this other person's uncertainty or negative energy or something, and that they're trying to hide something. Okay? So in that moment when you feel this uncomfortable feeling, don't just label it as jealousy on the spot. It could be your radar going off. Your spidey senses going off, that something is wrong right now. You're acting different, okay? Now, that doesn't mean like go be a detective in all your relationships and have this paranoia, and skepticism over your mind that looms in every single interaction. No, bro. You're just chilling, but you're also keeping this other person on their toes a little bit, keeping them in check, man. You got to do that with a relationship. You can't just let it breeze by and breeze past, and when we'll talk, and it is what it is, okay? That's not a solid foundation of a friendship. So someone else said this quote, and I think it's very important for you to hear this, which is, jealousy is just a misuse of imagination, okay? Really listen to that. Let that sink in. Your jealousy is a misuse of your imagination. You're suffering more in your imagination than in reality, Seneca said. Stop denying that. Accept it. Come from this acceptance. Come from this understanding that I'm not attached to this thing. If you see a beautiful object disappear right in front of your eyes and you imagine yourself being okay with that. Let's say that you have a partner. You imagine your partner talking to other attractive people, but you know that you're their woman or their man, right? And so you have this heightened confidence, like, yo, yes, those people are hot, but they're my hot person. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a sense of ownership and not captivity, obviously, but an ownership, right? A sense of like, yo, this is my person. And so of course I'm going to care about them, and of course I'm going to feel a little bit jealous when other people come up to them and I have a fear of losing them, right? It's just valid. Like, what you're feeling is valid, right? This is a great exercise for you to try. Write down why your current partner is different than all your other partners in the past. And this is really important to do if you're in a relationship right now. I'm telling you. Because if you recognize this, that they're different in this way, they do this with their arms when they're speaking to me, or they eat food like this, or, they watch this show, which I really like as well, and, they just start listing, and you'll get this understanding, you'll gain more clarity, okay? That you're not following that same vicious cycle in a relationship where you're experiencing the same patterns again and again, but you're actively trying to make a change. So don't just judge them straight away, just give them some time, just observe their behavior, okay? Like a behavioral analyst would. Your partner chooses you and they continue to choose you. If you're uncertain with that, if there's trust issues with each other, you need to have deep, meaningful conversations with each other to, deal with it. Your brain is just a power tool, you get that? Let's say they're going out. You say, I hope they have a good time tonight. That's it. He's not gonna feed into those hot girls' energy because I'm his hot girl, right? That's how you gotta think as a woman. As a man, you gotta be like, yo, that's my chica, that's my girl right there. He's not gonna, you need that dependability and that trust, you get it? Trust, you need that loyalty with that other person, right? In a sense. Even if you're seeing multiple people, you still gotta have that conversation like, yo, I'm gonna be doing this, right? A lot of men, they go into the relationship without even stating their contract or their intention of what they want, And so they're trying to go about it, trying to be a friends with benefits when this other person is expecting you to get married with them or something like that, right? You need to get your statements across. You need to express yourself if you're playing in this game of relationships. Expose yourself to what causes you that emotion of jealousy or envy. Why is it manifesting? Because every time you're going about it like it's a cause and effect, right? So stimulus response. And so you're being jealous, but then it's just a byproduct of something else that you're not looking at, right? What was the cause of it? This has nothing to do with exploring our past, though that will help. It's understanding that I'm not alone in this. Other people in this world, they're also experiencing the same emotion with me of envy and jealousy. And so when I'm feeling jealous, I'm tapped into the wire transfer of all of these interactions that have ever happened on planet Earth where people have felt jealous. You're tapping into that super consciousness, right? As you're experiencing that one emotion at that one moment. Now this is a different perspective, but try this out with me as well. Your imagination is doing a great job at mimicking your reality, right? Kind of giving you these hallucinatory examples of what could happen. What if you challenged your mind? Okay? What if you got into a confrontation, not with the other person, not with the situation, though you've got to at some point, not confront them, carefront them, meet them and express your agenda with them, whatever it is. But there's got to come a point where you realize and recognize that, yo, I'm jealous of this other person because I'm lacking in something. And this comes from that scarcity mentality, bro. When you're experiencing lack in your life, you might just get to a point where you're feeling jealous. So what is the cure to this? Abundance mindset, bro. Abundance mindset. That's the cure to this. There's nothing else that will stop this feeling. You gotta be feeling like I am enough. I am good enough. I'm worthy enough. I feel good. Right? I feel good. What if you're not feeling good? You still gotta embody that. I feel good. Why? Because you'll survive better? You'll get a better life? What do you mean, why? But isn't that just being fake? I don't call it being fake. I call it brainwashing myself, bro. When I was at my lowest low, I would write on my hand, smile, laugh, because I forgot. I literally forgot. I had no friends pushing me or encouraging me to be better. But this jealousy, let it be an encouragement to use your imagination, use your mind, which is a power tool, a weapon. a healing wand that can get you the outcome that you truly prefer. If you sit with yourself, if you do the inner work, if you reach out to me, you need my help, the inner game guru at this point, right? Helping all my friends out with this shit. And, you know, someone told me that I'm the mystery method of inner work, which I thought, well, that's a it's a dope compliment. Okay, so this is the first time I'm going to be talking about this, okay? But I reached out to a female YouTuber, okay? Now, I'm going to read out the comment that I sent her a while back, and then why she chose to respond to me. She probably gets thousands of DMs, right, coming her way. I'm going to play her voice message for you. Maybe you guys can guess who it is, but I'll give you a hint. Spiritual baddie, okay? But I did this to deal with that feeling that I had internally. And there's this person, you know, also she was part of the reason why I manifested Bali, because I saw her in Bali on YouTube videos, okay? Now, it's super important. This is super important, okay? I'm reading this out. I'm sharing a deep part of my life, and I'm showing you behind the scenes what happens in these things, okay? I said, hey, I'm very drawn to your energy. It's like Shakti with jagged edges. I'm doing golden shadow work right now, and your archetype of spiritual baddie showed up for me in a vision. And I followed the signs, and you trigger me slightly, I'll admit. I've wanted to move to Bali forever. I feel like my heart is pulling me there, and I'll be able to manifest this reality sometime. This is May 10th, 2022, okay? I think I'm closer than I think. Thank you for being you, sister. Sister. No sexual connotation. This message is pure. This message is authentic, and it's during my golden shadow work. Golden shadow work is something that you need in order to deal with your jealousy. So I express my jealousy genuinely to this person. Then I sent her something on Thursday a while back. And I said, hey, just sending you a message that I finally manifested about Bali. Your videos have definitely helped. Thanks for doing all that you do, love. Okay? This is a voice message from her. Okay? So this was her message. Okay?
Oh my God, that's so exciting. I didn't see your prior message, but I just wanted to say that's amazing that you actually made it out there since you wrote that in your last message. And if you need any like recommendations for any cool places to go to or any spiritual
she
stuff
probably
to
thinks
try,
I'm still there, right?
Just let me know. I'll be happy to send some stuff over. But damn, just want to say that I'm so proud, and I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you have an incredible day or night, whatever time it is there.
Now I'm showing you guys that as proof that if you truly and authentically follow that trail of your jealousy. I told her I'm triggered by this personality thing that you got going, like whatever you're doing, right? Like I was real. And she responded genuinely, honestly, helpful, positive, okay? But it's also something that she said in one of her videos, which is you gotta gas people up, bro. You gotta gas them up if you wanna get a response from somebody. And that's what she was talking about in her stories as she responded to me, right? She was talking about how I gassed her up. But that's the thing though, people really like themselves, okay? You gotta know that. You gotta know that, and this is how you get it across. Now, maybe this is relevant to you, maybe it's not. But I wanted to share that to show you that this kind of stuff happens all the time for me, bro. Like, honestly, like, I reach out to celebrities and I speak to them randomly. And I have just like 2,000 followers, you know what I mean? Like, it's wild how I can do that without having that much clout. It's gotta be the energy work that I'm doing. It's gotta be something else, bro, that I'm doing. Okay? The momentum is just gonna pick up from this point. Because you see the honesty, you see the soul that I put into these videos. You can feel it, that I'm really in it now, right? Like earlier, I would make videos like, hey there, guys, like with this kind of, you know, image. Now I'm just like, yo, I'm me, fully me, and all I can be. Let's go. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. You already know, hit that subscribe button.